Yes, so we are just talking about some, what the frameworks, okay, the control frameworks we're just talking about. So ISO 27001, Information Security Management System 27002 is controls for an ISMS, and 27003 is IT security techniques. IT 27000 D005 is risk management, and IT 27006 is IT certification and completion. So in the CISP examination, it is coming that what type of controls for what the numbers of the particular different controls. So s- so are you able to see the screen?
No.
Okay, wait second. Okay, wait second. Why it is happened? Start sharing. Okay, and now you're able to see.
Yes.
Okay, so these are the some what control frameworks of ISO 27000. So my request to all of you that just take a look of ISO 27000. What some of the informations for at least to provide your 1.5 hours to on the information security ISO 27000, and also I will provide you my Google Drive link. Okay, so all the informations about the cybersecurity, PMP, Six Sigma, AWS, CSP, CISA, or CISSP, every documentation, everything you will just find out in my Google Drive. So just take a look. So it will be really helpful in the examination. So go into informations more and more. But in the what security and risk management domain, we have some understanding about what the basic understanding of ISO 27000, how it's going to work it, what type of different controls is there. If you're talking about 27005, it is used for risk management. Okay, so this is basic things need to be understood over there. The second framework is basically NIST is a special publications and SP 8800 series is basically. So this is the what the link. If you're going with the Google and you just find out the particular NIST documentation. So it's very so it is applied on the US Federation sort of things, and then if you're going for the incident response plan, risk management plan, risk assessment sort of things. Okay, and guided to general server security, National Institute of Standard and Technology. So you just find out all the documentations itself into the particular documentation of NIST. So how to apply all sort of things, each and everything, you need to find it out. So just take a look, or I will just upload all sort of documents on the Google Drive. So just you can just take a look. And 800 series is basically it is used for the IT sort of things. Okay, so we have different frameworks is there. So this is COSO, so Committee of Sponsoring Organizations of the Tradeway Commissions, COSO, and Enterprise Governance Risk-Based Framework. So ethics, fraud, internal controls, and reporting and risk management. So different framework for different industries. We are going to use it. Okay, suppose the company is required, IT company sort of thing. So we can apply it on the ISO 27,000 ISM sort of things, right? And it's the software sort of industry, then there is a CMI level 5 sort of things we can apply it. Okay, so different industry, different sort of things, and the COSO is basically for tradeway. Is what the import export sort of thing. So the COSO is gonna use it same sort of industries. We can say that. So ethics, internal control, risk management, what are the different roles and reporting. So these are the things that need to be work under the COSO. And another thing is the COBIT is important. The framework for governance control framework is COBIT. It is control objectives for information and related technology. So IT security control model, um, harmonized to operate with within COSO, developed by Information Systems Audit and Control Association, ISACA. Right. So COBIT is basically the architecture of IT, basically. Okay, so this is the blueprint sort of things. Okay, suppose are going to implement a new cloud uh, security or cloud servers into the instances sort of things. So you have a blueprint is you just find it from this particular COBIT. Then we have some different framework like Jackman framework or enterprise framework for viewing and defining an enterprise. So it is old frameworks we are not using right now. The Jackman frameworks and Shared Applied Business Security and Architecture SAPSA is also the old sort of frameworks. The security architecture with similar structure to the Jackman framework and risk driven sort of things. So these are the some frameworks you need to understand: SAPSA, Jackman, ISO, COBIT, TOGAF. These things you need to be take care also about understanding also about. Then another control is General Accepted Information Security Principle is GISP version 3.0, international effort and vision for IT security and procedures under the accepted system security principle GASSP. So basically these are some frameworks and controls you need to be what take a look and all things we just find out. So given what half an hour 1 hour look all the frameworks you have got a good idea is what is all about, how to applicable or how things are going to work it. So but in the most of the what industries are basically if your background is IT sort of thing. So the ISO 27000, COBIT, TOGAF, okay, and the COSO is for trade, import, export sort of thing. So different standard, different industries, different frameworks can be used. But exam point of view, you need to, take a look of all sort of things very thoroughly so that you have get good ideas about what is inside this all is all about. Okay, and the very ITL Information Technology Infrastructure Library is also very important. What framework? So the IT Service Management Alliance IT services with the business needs from UK office to government office, commerce, OGC, and vendors best practices and recommendations. So, dear, in the ITL, where to apply? Which industry need to be applied? Any ideas about it? Have you ever applied ITL sort of frameworks? Any ideas? Hello.
So Mahesh, I have not deployed RTL. Like,
Right now it is going on, and we are going to recording sessions. I will provide you. Yeah, it's in Skype. Yes. So give me Skype call. I will just add you in the group, and then you can just continue. Okay, no problem. I will provide you. You know what the recording of the half an hour, and then next time I will continue with this Zoom or whatever. Yeah. No, no, we will continue with this Zoom. I think. Create another account. Yes, yes, I will share it. Hello. So, one thing, and the Naveen, have you ever, applied the ITL in the company or not? And what is the objectives of ITL implementations? How do you see that this is ITL need to be applied in the company?
I've never done that.
yes,
Okay, and anybody else? No ideas about it. Suppose you know what the company is basically doing the business, right? But the thing is, the process is not defined. Okay, the resources are sometimes using managing the database, sometimes it is accessing the networking, sometimes is handling the vendors, sometimes it is doing some different sort of works. So sometimes some of those things are missing at the same time. So that is why we have a standard format of ITL infrastructure library. So in the IT sort of things we have specific definitions of what the incident management all about, what are the procedures we need to follow it. First of all, the any incident happened, then the ticket has been logged to the service desk via call, or the user says came there, the user is sending the email to the IT service desk, then the call is logged by the service desk person, and then the priorities has been set, what is the urgency of the call. Okay, then and the service desk is aligned a engineer on the particular case. Okay, and the engineer will be checking whether the issue will be resolved temporary solution has been provided or not provided. Then if it is not able to provide a solution, then it is sending to the problem management team, and the problem management checking all sort of things, and is the requirement of changes, then it is going to the change management team, and the configuration management team simultaneously working as the configuration need to be changed at any point of time. So these are the some procedures, step by step procedure is going to working. That is why the ITL is comes to the picture. Okay, so it's a UK sort of things, and ITL version 4 is very famous now. Is the current version. Okay, ITL version 3, agent version 4, right? Current is it is working. So it's a UK sort of approach, and then it is gonna working. So the benefit of ITL basically, so you know what the person, the resources is the know the responsibility, the area, and where I need to work on it. What are the procedures? What is the process? It is very easy to implement the IT policy same time if you have all the things are what in front of you same time. Okay, so frameworks for governance and compliance. So legal compliance is opposed by the US or other countries law, Sarbanes and Oxley, and Graham Leach, Bailey Act, GLBA, and Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. Okay, so I already suggest you that if the HIPAA compliance is basically it is used for the information and not be what coming to India of the US patients informations if it is coming to in India or different countries, so that I required some HIPAA compliant company is there. So there is a penalties need to be paid by the same time company. So Leach Belly Act and Sarbanes Oxley, so it is not gonna used not worked till now from my end. So I don't too much idea, but you can just take a look on different prospects on the Google side or anywhere any source. Okay, just provide your only 10 to 15 minutes on all sort of things, so that you have got a basic idea about what is all about and how it can be implemented, all sort of things. Regulatory compliance is imposed by the industry payment, car industry, and data security standard PCI and DSS. So basically, we can say that the regulatory compliance, suppose that you are using your Amazon sort of things or Paytm or different sites, and then the customer is going to provide the debit card or credit card informations to the particular gateway, payment gateway. So all the informations are is available on the payment gateway of your company site. So what is the thing is important, the payment gateway industry is basically secure all the informations not to be leaked to outside your informations. So this is regulatory compliance we need to be imposed on the industry of different industries, sort of things like the selling Amazon sort of companies, Flipkart sort of things, or different Paytm or different Alibaba, Google Cloud sort of things. Okay, so they will not going to leak your information to outside of your card or anything. So this is applicable on different industries, different sort of things. So US related privacy laws are US 46 US states and 4 US territories have instituted cyber crimes laws requiring the reporting of breaches of personally identified information. The laws vary from state to state, right? So the different what compliances, different laws are different countries. We can say the Indian data protection act is there, US have different, Australia have Australian stat is there. If you're talking about the Europe locations, the GDPR is come to the picture, right? So this is the different laws and regulations applicable of different countries, and different type of businesses, all about different frameworks we can apply it. So these things are working actually. So the privacy compliance is basically employee privacy take a strongest legal position on exceptions of privacy, monitor everything you can, check the local legal department, commonly required signed agreements, reminders, and routine monitoring are not targeted. So PII is personal identifiable information is what is very important for the human resource management system. So is the criminal cases of the employees. So have the what HR has modified or not checked or not checked it same time. That is why the third party vendors are what aligned for what employees to check their all the informations from the outside. So European Union data protection and directive. So notice subjects should be given notice when their data is being collected. Purpose, the data should be only used for the purpose stated and not for the any other purposes concerned. Constant data should not be disclosed without the data subject to the constant security. Collected data should be kept secure from any potential abuses. So suppose if you are doing a business from European countries, right? So GDPR is supplied. Okay, so your information is available on the company, but once you require the information, they will provide information, but they will not provide information to outside of the outside of the employee or any companies without your notice. If they were going to provide you, then the legal compliance will be happen. So sometimes you can just some legal issues they will have to face. So European Union Data Protection Directive continue to disclosure of informations, access the informations, and accountability. So these are the some things are taking care of the European countries. Suppose you are going to open any companies from European countries. So all things which you're talking about, this is notice, purpose, constraint, security, disclosure, access, accountability. You need to be compliant, all sort of things. Quantified legal system, France, Spain, and South America, parts of Louisiana, rule-based written states, 2100 BC, Metropolia. So these are the some what countries the different what legal systems is basically used for. So India have different, Australia have different, US and UK has some different sort of things. So
Like, is there
different rules.
awareness whether any question would be coming like from this like governance perspective, like France thing, like whatever you explained here? What is the use of
No,
what?
no. No, nothing is there is nothing information is required, but you are a CISSP person, so you have basic awareness is important there. Okay, so if you're just talking about some Australia, Australian, or you're just talking about some Indian Data Protection Act is there. So what are the legal prospect is there? So company is acquiring offering a the lawyers for the same. But as a CSP guys, you have basic understanding about what is the Data Protection Act for different countries. Is all about that's it. So, customary legal systems is Native American, Indian, China, India, based on traditions and customs. So, on this way, done it. Regulations, legal systems defined by deity, duties, Hakana, Jewish, Syria, and Hindu canon. So, this different countries have different legal systems. So, you can just take a look at that. Yeah, this is for Indian countries. This is US countries. So, what are the legal aspect of the particular Data Protection Act is all about sort of things. So that's really what helpful once any cybercrime will be happened. So the other legal action has been comes to the picture. Okay, and the forensic investigation report is comes to you, and then you will check what are the legal consequences we can go for it same time. Okay, so what are the for different things you can do it, but not a security prospects, but the lawyer providing all the informations which we're talking about right now here. So this is what the frameworks for government and US common legal system is civil law. Okay, civil law is there. So contractual disputes, reclamation of loss, injuries determines liability often based on the negligence, smaller burden of proof, and preponderance of the evidence. 50.1% penalties are typically financial only. So if any contractual issues happen, right, so this is a civil law is comes to the picture. This is for US only. Criminal law and administrative law. So the other three types of laws: civil law, criminal law, and administrative laws. So different situations, circumstances, different things, different laws are applicable on the same times. Right? Government protecting the public, a more serious, larger burden of proofs beyond a this reasonable
So
doubt.
Mahesh, can I request for like a five like 30 seconds from my side? While we are going through with this whole slides, my view is that probably we should focus on, and you can share this. I'm sure you will share these slides with us.
Mhm.
My request would be, and probably Naveen, if have a different idea, probably he may or may not agree to this. But my view is that probably we should focus on when we are talking about the security risk management as first domain, what is that 15% which will come in the CIS SSP examination? Something which is good to know is I'm absolutely fine learning that, but my focus is that what is that 15% of SRM coming in the CISSP exam which we should be aware of, and we should use this time to focus on that rather trying to learn something which may not be relevant from exam perspective, may be very good from uh, learning perspective. Naveen, you may want to share, or you may want to like, if you have a different idea, probably I'll go with you.
Yes, yes, yes. The matter of fact that right now, you know what is the examination perspectives? Yes, we have number of things I can share it with it. But at the CSP, once you're working on the same sort of profile, so the informations is the awareness of each and everything. So you need to be take care of it. The
Agree,
examination
agree.
perspective.
Sorry. Again, I'm saying that when we started yesterday, you very clearly asked one question to self-introduce, and if you see, all of us come from a different background, come from a
Mm-hmm,
different industry, so
mm-hmm,
may not be relevant to know this whole thing right now because as a CISSP professional, probably at least my view is to make sure that I understand what make me help to pass the examination. How do I
okay.
run my business or my security team? That's a very different way, probably, and that's the reason we need a training to understand that how what is the practice followed for clearing the exam, rather
Mm-hmm,
how exactly the organization is run, because probably I know all of this I from my previous experience, but I may not go into deeper dive of what are the criminal laws or what are the administrative laws, because those are not, I have probably someone as an expert, a lawyer in our team, just to explain me about what is this all about from the assessment perspective or from the impact perspective. uh, now
mm-hmm.
now my objective from this session is what is the SRM, the security and risk management domain, which is 15% of my my marks
Mm-hmm.
in CISSP. What is that, and how we can focus on that?
Yes, yes. So the thing is important right now. We have study till now security part, right? The risk management part is still pending. We will study, right? So the security part, if you're talking about the CIA tried, right? First thing you understand, the questions will be coming in the examinations. Second thing, the security awareness. Okay, as a your security professional, what type of approach you are. Some scenario-based questions will be coming, sort of things. Third thing, that there's some sort of frameworks, ISO 27000, COBIT or TOGAF or HIPAA compliance. Okay, these sort of questions will be coming. Okay, and what are the information protection sort of things like we can say that um, mm, how to protect the informations is also what different questions, what technical or what operational sort of things, it also can become same time, right? And data classifications is also comes to the picture same time, it is also the questions will be coming so different and also we can say that the information security, how the IEEE or what uh, this is comes to the identity access management sort of questions will be coming same time. So the security which we have still whatever we have learned it, so these are the some questions will be 5 to 6 topics which I'm talking to you right away, so these are the some questions will be coming, scenario based questions will be coming. That's it. But the risk management we will study in next few slides, so that it will be coming. So the security prospects, the compliances you need to understand, CIA tried you need to be understand, security training and awareness to sort of things need to be understand, the data classifications need to be understand, and these sort of things need to be is very important as examination prospects,
Okay, sure, thanks.
right? So this is the, yeah, you're right that there is expert person will be available for the criminal law, administrative law and civil law, but this is what the part of this particular 2019 CISP, so that's why I'm just talking about, because everything will be required, right? So import export sort of things, so these things are required regulations is there. Okay, import export different control is there. So this is COSO sort of things need to be take care, and Libya, different countries are different aspect is this there. Okay, so this is only awareness sort of thing. So if you bypass, no problem with this, no problem whatsoever. Okay, so types of information being controlled, so different countries, different cryptographic algorithm sort of things, right? Suppose you are in China locations, so Chinese VPN, you can use it and to get information on some other sort of things, and crypto sort of things, and medical information is sort of things, and financial information is transferred through the country. So okay, so this is the different things is there, because the thing is important, the crypto sort of things, or the import controls. So different countries have different sort of crypto market, import market is there. So this is all awareness sort of things. So most of the same security things I already suggest you that 5 to 6 topics which is important, but this is for awareness, so that you can import what is this crypto export controls, which countries is there. So that is all about, right? Transport information flow, so which countries is what information is going to be gathering. So these are some European countries is there, so data flows most of the times, and different laws. Suppose you are going to send your data India to Europe location, Europe locations data coming to the India, so different laws comes to the picture. Okay, transporter activities will be happen, or different laws, rules, regulations, things will be happen. So this is when technology is MPLS, frame relay, and ATM. Okay, so once VPN MPLS connectivity will be one country to another country, so there may be some regulations. Okay, transport and informations flows is required, is mandatory. So the intellectual property protection, so patents is you need to understand here that protects the idea of benefit the in, inventor for 20 years. So it is asked in the question in the in the CSP that what is a patent and how many number of years of the benefit of in the patent. So this is 20 years. You need to be know that. Okay, so must we have utility of novel, of non obvious, most reduce the invention of the practice, not just go to the moon, but how most prove monetary loss of violation and the awarded judgment. So in the examinations it will come that what is a patent, and what number of years, same time, and examples you would like to share that. So novel sort of things, you can say that yeah, this is a intellectual properties patent is there. If somebody will the question will become in the CISP is what is copyright and the number of years. So this is 75 years. Okay, to keep remember it, and protects the expression of the idea, not the idea of 70 years. Source code is exceptions of the idea for an application. So you can, this is the copyright. Suppose I'm just providing to you informations, and I can upload on the different platform, and I can be go for the copyright, so it will be applicable for the 75 years sort of things. Trade secrets, okay, corporate know-how. So what is what the procedure of Pepsi or Coke create sort of SOPs. So this is what trade secrets. Okay, must be adequately protected, must cost the owner something to develop it, provide competitive value, and be important for the company's survival. NDA number, pop copy, source storage, okay, logging accesses, other controls. The only one of the IP protections that does not require registration exposure. So trade secret, patents, trades, you need to understand what are the years and what is the concept, which things, any examples you need to provide. So these things will be coming in different scenario with questions. I will let you know that we have the number of questions regarding the CSP domain one. So once you just go for the questions, you will come to know that yeah, this is the things we have studied. Yeah, this is things we have studied. And then the intellectual property, this digital rights management (DRM), a family of technologies that protect digital content of unauthorized usage of the reproduction, right? So targets digital movies, music, audio books. So digital rights management sort of things, CD keys, the Microsoft Windows. Okay, there's a licenses there. So it is comes into the under the digital rights management systems. Encryption, scrambling, and present authentications, and program manipulation. So this sort of things comes under the digital rights management. One World Intellectual Property Organization Copyright 30 986, and the US Digital Millennium Copyright Act. So this is not coming in the examination, but you need to understand what is copyright, trademarks, patents, trade secrets, examples, years. This is things you need to be take care. Okay, digital rights management. So this is not data loss prevention, metadata keeping, and water link filtering. So this is things coming software licensing and privacy. So ethical enterprise would disallow the use of unlicensed software. License must be managed software, librarian site licenses, PS servers licenses per seat, user licenses, annual subscriptions. So these are the some licensing sort of things. Suppose you are managing the Office 365 environment, so the software licenses you are going to purchase, right? So this comes under software licensing. Okay, where to apply, site is the requirement, subscription is required, where sheet per sheet license required, annual subscription, what is the cost of the annual subscription of the particular license of the software. So this is applicable on the firewall, and okay, licenses is applicable on the cloud environment, everywhere you can see, find it. Software licensing and privacy, so the VSA software lines, this is things is there, right? So payment card industry gateways, PCI DSS requirements for vendors to protect cardholders data, and identifies 12 areas of control. So suppose the PCI DSS where to apply. Okay, the company has required some firewalls, change system defaults, protect the data at rest, product data in its transit, use antivirus protections, use secure system and applications. So this is the six, and this is the 12th areas we need to follow. Suppose as any company like Paytm sort of things, they need to follow all these 12 things. The PCI DSS compliance sort of things. If they're not following the 12 this is compliance, then this is PCI DSS compliance not following same time. So there's some penalties from the PCI DSS allowed. So these are the some these things will be applicable. This auditing, certified systems must be routinely audited internally and often by external and third-party auditors. Certified proof of auditing required. Follow established auditing procedures, methodologies, preventing mechanisms, edit and methodology findings. Okay, metrics is required. So this is weekly, monthly need to be checked. Patching is done or not done, the patching sort of things. The antivirus is updated or not updated. Personal firewall is implemented or what implemented. What are the policies is there? Design and security controls with afterthought addition. Any changes required. So these are the some what things is required. Senior management must impart their ethical standards into the governance frameworks, must be established in the policies, practice awareness training. So this is the it's a square code of ethics, basically protect security, the common wealth and the infrastructures, act honorably, honestly, justly, responsibility, and illegally, provide diligent and competent religious principles and professions, right? The code of ethics, 10 commandments of computer ethics. Okay, so this is the guidelines we can say that need to be followed into this particular CSP sort of things, RFC. Computer crimes, so the breach of laws and regulations, not a breach of the role of computer crime, three ways: target system, attacker system, and the in incidental system is all about. Data theft is then so what are the different computer crimes can be typed? So financial account, medical informations, PII, identify theft, intellectual property, trade secrets will be lost, and ransomware, denial of attacks, data alterations, fraud, cookies and books, salami attacks, a small uncertainty slice and take any. So these are some the common computer crimes can be happened. So you understand social engineering, phishing emails somebody sent you, and then click on the user side, and then the information has been leaked. Scams, shoulder suffering, dumpster driving, not usually a crime but incurs losses. Botnet, army of zombies, ransomware, child pornography, system takeover. So these are the some what type of computer crimes. Okay, and what are different years, what type of crimes has been done. So it will not come in examination, but it is good for your understanding sort of things. Computer crime attackers, so script kiddies, partners, organization crimes, governments, activists. So this is the some types of the things. Social engineering type sort of things. So different types of attacking is there: phishing, pretexting, trusted insider, passive recommendations, difficulties in processing computer crimes. So this is sort of different crimes is there. So I will just send you this particular slide to all of them. So today we are just done with this. So but one thing, and Naveen, what you can do it, I will just going to all of you, I'll actually send you the, what, some project work on the security part, right? So what you need to do it, first of all, the IT security, ID policies, CIA thread examples, trade secret sort of things, different frameworks, different controls is there. So all the informations I would like to, what's your ideas? How do you understand on security part? We need to understand. Okay, just create some ID policies, create some standards, create some visual and charts and diagrams, and how do you providing a security advisory on particular things. Okay, how to implement the different controls, where the which companies may need to what providing the different frameworks. Okay, where we implement the COBIT, where we implement the ITL, where we can implement the ISO 27000, and the difference between standard procedures sort of things, that's where we are using a CIA thread, and identity access management, where we are what sort of different tools and techniques are using it. So this is the most important prospects we have studied till now of security. Okay, and in the next weekends we are going to go for the risk management things. So how the what are, if you understand all sort of things, then there are multiple risk in the company. So how can we mitigate? How can we reduce? How can we transfer the risk? All sort of things comes to the picture same time.
Asset
Okay.
valuation and these things would be coming in the next week, or it should have been covered by this side only. Asset
Risk
valuation,
management.
LP
Risk
method.
management is coming. The risk management will be coming in the next classes next weekend. We was talking about next what, the asset security, right, and also the risk management part. But till now we have studied about the security. What are different security frameworks, CIA threat, security incident, or the policy, standard procedures, guidelines. Okay, so all those things need to be take care. Okay, and I will provide you some, the projects work. Okay, I will provide you some scenarios. I will provide you some case studies, so you can just check it out before you going to for the examinations. Right, in the examination is very tough because they will ask you some scenarios questions. They will ask you any questions regarding that. Okay, so your knowledge should be very good. Understanding the concept is very good manner, right? That is the my reasons that I will provide you some basic good concept with examples, scenarios, everything's need to be provided,
Okay.
right? So I will provide you the particular recording as well, and I will provide you some project work, and I will ask any questions regarding the security point of view and different scenarios. I can ask you same times of the security point of view in the next classes, right?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, okay, thank you.